Hey guys, so Jaguar cussed out yet another person. Another person was on her radar, and I guess for years she did not get an opportunity to cuss him out, and this was her ideal opportunity. And so she used that card, that cuss out card. I'm talking about Sam Sr. Sam Jr. was on the phone talking to his father, and Jaguar walked through the door, and she said she was out there getting some food for them. And so she was so nice, and she said, "Hey, Sam," when she found out that it was him on the phone. Because remember, she haven't spoken to this man in years. This man have nothing to do with her. He wants nothing to do with her. He shy away from her. And that's the relationship they have. It's a strained relationship. So Sam Jr. is talking to his dad. He tells his mother it's dad. And so Jaguar said, "Oh, hey Sam, happy birthday, Sam. Oh, you're getting older now. You're 47." And he was so reluctant in responding. He didn't want to talk to her at all. She kept pushing until he finally said thank you. But you can tell he didn't want to talk at all. That's how contentious this relationship is. And so she started to tell him about all the wonderful things she's doing. Oh, he's got internship with this company, this production company, the one that always interviews her. And she was so excited that she wanted Sam Sr. to be just as excited. And when he did not reciprocate, she started to zero in on him now. She said, "Oh, your son is telling you some good news, and it don't sound like if you're too happy for him." I'm paraphrasing. And boy, she started in on him. You guys are going to listen to the conversation in a minute. But my point is, this man, he probably is wishing that his son was not there so you wouldn't have to deal with Jaguar. But Sam is a grown man now, or young man, I should say. He's, 22 or so? So he's grown enough to decide who he wants to be with. When he was younger, his dad and his dad's mother was taking care of him, his grandma on his dad's side. And when you're not being taken care of by the opposite parent, you feel as though maybe they would have done a better job. I'm sure throughout the years he's been thinking, "I wish I was with my mom. She has an exciting life. I know she would have done a better job." But guess what? Now he's with his mom. Now he's going to get to see firsthand the kind of lifestyle she leads. Now, I don't know if Jaguar is with her mother or if she's in her own apartment, but at least they have a shelter, wherever it is. And Angela is with them, and Angela is getting to see really the lifestyle of Jaguar in its fullest. There's an old saying, "Come see me and come live with me" is two different things. But what's good is that Sam Jr. and Angela are able to talk. These are young people and they can talk to each other. At least the loneliness won't be there. So that's a good thing. But in any event, let's listen to the video clip with Jaguar interacting with Sam Sr. And then you guys drop it in my comments about what's your take on the conversation. But in the beginning of this whole thing, we see where Sam Sr. is explaining to his son that his mother have not paid child support for the past 2 years as court ordered. She went against court order. She have not been paying. And he agreed these payments that she would make from the age of 16 to 18 would go towards his college. It wouldn't be in his pocket. It would be for his college. Jaguar have not made payments according to Sam Sr. And so as he was explaining that to Sam Jr., Jaguar walks in, interrupted the conversation. At first she said that she was going to the bathroom, And then she turned around and said, don't forget to tell him about your new car. And that sparked her to just zero in on this man. Let's listen to the conversation.
Have your mother arrested. All I have to do is just tell the police down there, here is the debt that she owes, and they lock up people for child support. I purposely don't do that because I don't try and do things to have your mother arrested. If your mother was going to help, she would have helped. And as I explained to her, the payments. What's up? If she paid. You thought she paid? Yep. Oh. Happy belated birthday, Sam. When your birthday yesterday, Sam? I'm talking to Jackie. I know, I'm just saying happy belated birthday. Thank you very much. So just back to what I was saying. You're old now, you are 47? So hello? I'm having a conversation with Tuesday. He called me. Well, I know, but he's with me. And we're about to have breakfast. All right, so we're busy today. He's got a lot of work to do. Okay. So again, he called me to have a conversation. Well, I mean, I know. I'm just saying that, we're sitting here. I just brought breakfast in. We're hungry. We've been on the road traveling. And he has to get ready to be on set in 3 hours. So just, do you want to have a conversation with you? Do you want me to have a conversation with your mother? Which one is it? Well, I don't see what the problem is. We're both sitting here. We can, all three of us can still talk, right? I don't have a need to talk to your mom about anything. Well, I mean, that's fine. We don't have to talk to you either. We need to eat, we need to shower, we need to get dressed, and he has to be to work at 3 p.m. Okay, so is he getting compensated for his work? Well, right now he's interning. They're teaching him film production, and they're also teaching him music production. He's going to be working on the music and the film side, but today he has to be on set because he's going to be monitoring a very important interview that the guys are doing. They believe him. They think he's amazing. They saw his artwork, they started supporting him with his cartoon, and they want to nurture it. And the truth is, if we look at Mark about investing in the company, the smartest place for him to be right now would be in real life. Because once that endowment comes in, he's going to be able to secure a job once he makes it through the training process. I mean, he has, 5 different cameras you have to I'm sorry, you sound so uncomfortable. I am. Why? Trying to rest right now. Yeah, but why are you so uncomfortable? Your son we're sitting here telling you that he just scored one of the hottest internships, period, by a company that's running YouTube right now. So you can't even congratulate him? You just said that. He called me and asked me for advice. Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, are you going to wish him congratulations? That being the case, I'm going to get back to my conversation with him. Okay, I'm just saying, don't you think a congratulations is in order? Tish, you can take me off speaker. And we can have a conversation. That's fine. I'm good. I'm going into the bathroom. You guys let me know when you're ready to have breakfast. Okay. So again, son, you called me and you asked me for advice. I don't need to be blindsided about your mother. The reality is, you need to still either do one of two things. If you're going to do an internship, you need to also set yourself up to have an education at the same time, which means you need to put yourself in school, or you need to work that's going to bring income in so that you can cover your responsibilities that you've created. And back to what you said, your mom agreed to do these things. Your mom was supposed to pay support in which to get you through By the way, that car costs $22,000. So, did you buy him a car? I just bought him a car. It cost bitch, fuck you. I hope you fucking gag and choke. I hope your fucking heart gets out on you. You a fucking hate asshole. He sat here telling you all this, and all you can tell him is that he owes you money. Bitch, go suck a dick and earn it the real way. Go suck a dick and earn it. Matter of fact, go suck Tariq's dick and earn your money, bitch. You fucking hoe. You want to sit there and you want to talk to fucking Tariq Trotter about getting rid of me? Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, bitch. Rebecca told me everything. Rebecca told me everything, dum-dum. He has an internship with a hot company on YouTube. He has a brand new car, and guess what? You got none of that for him. So you go back to Tariq Trotter, and you go suck his dick. Fuck you, bitch. Hang up with that hoe. He don't give no fuck about you. You call him and tell him all this good news, and all he can tell you is that you owe him money. Fuck you, bitch. You a fucking hoe. Matter of fact, why don't you go back and let your mom keep playing with his dick like she used to when you was a baby? You fucking freak. You fucking freak. You a hating ass freak. Oh, by the way, Sam, guess what? I just recorded that whole fucking conversation. Welcome to the circus, bitch. Welcome to the circus, bitch. Get me arrested. Get me arrested. Go back to trying to keep getting me arrested. Welcome to the circus. Everybody gonna hear you, bitch.
I think Sam Jr. called his dad because his mom was out. I was surprised when she came back so soon because I guess he knows that the parents do not get along. So he called his dad when mom was out.
When your birthday yesterday, Sam? I'm talking to Jackie. I know, I'm just saying, happy belated birthday. Thank you very much. Listen, Deuce, back to what I was saying. You're old now, you what, 47? Deuce, so... Hello? Deuce, I'm having a conversation with Deuce, he called me. Well, I know, but he's with me. And we're about to have breakfast. Alright, so... We're busy today, he's got a lot of work to do. Okay. So again, he called me to have a conversation. Well, I mean, I know. I'm just saying that, you know, we're sitting here. I just brought breakfast in. We're hungry. We've been on the road traveling. And he has to get ready to be on set in 3 hours. So just, do you want to have a conversation with me? Do you want me to have a conversation with your mom? Which one is it? Well, I don't see what the problem is. We're both sitting here. All three of us can still talk, right? I don't have a need to talk to your mom about anything. Well, I mean, that's fine. We don't have to talk to you either. We need to eat, we need to shower, we need to get dressed, and he has to be to work at 3 p.m. Okay, so is he getting compensated for his work? Well, right now he's interning. They're teaching him film production, and they're also teaching him music production. He's going to be working on the music and the film side, but today he has to be on set because he's going to be monitoring a very important interview that the guys are doing. You know, they believe him. They think he's amazing. They saw his artwork. He started scoring his cartoons, and they want to nurture it. And the truth is, considering that Mark Cuban is thinking about investing in the company, the smartest place for him to be right now would be in real life. Because once that endowment comes in, he's going to be able to secure a job once he makes it through the training process. I mean, he has, what, like 5 different cameras you have to learn now? And then you have to do audio stuff? Deuce, in the meantime, you already have a conversation with Deuce. You can, I'm sorry, you sound so uncomfortable.
He sounded uncomfortable because he knows he was being taped. And he said to Jaguar several times, if you want a conversation, let's do it off the air.
Why? Under arrest right now. So why are you so uncomfortable? Your son, we're sitting here telling you that he just scored one of the hottest internships, period, by a company that's running YouTube right now. You can't even congratulate him? You just said that. He called me and asked me for advice. Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, are you going to wish him congratulations? That being the case, I'm going to get back to my conversation with him. Okay, I'm just saying, don't you think congratulations is in order? Tish, you can take me off speaker, and we can have a conversation.
So right here, he told her, take me off speaker, then we can have a conversation. So he was willing to have a conversation, but not with everyone listening.
I'm going into the bathroom. You guys let me know when you're ready to have breakfast. Okay. So again, son, you called me, you asked me for advice. I don't need to be blindsided about your mother. The reality is, you need to still either do one of two things. If you're going to do an internship, you need to also set yourself up to have an education at the same time, which means you need to put yourself in school, or you need to work that's going to bring income in so that you can cover your responsibilities that you've created. And back to what you said, your mom agreed to do these things. Your mom was supposed to pay support in which to get you through the time frame from 16 to age 18. That support was never paid. Your mom is in debt to the state, $16,000, and that $16,000 would then go into, I've agreed to have that $16,000 she would pay to the state. Finish talking, Deuce. Don't forget to tell them about your car. All right. Yeah, so that money will go towards your college. By the way, that car costs $22,000. So, again, did you buy him a car? I just bought him a car. It cost $22,000. That sounds like that's what about priorities. That sounds like that's what. And having a car isn't a priority. Again, take me off of speaker. Having a car, you know what, bitch? Fuck you. I hope you fucking gag and choke. I hope your fucking heart gives out on you. You a fucking hate. You a fucking hate asshole. He sat here telling you all this, and all you can tell him is that he owes you money. Bitch, go suck a dick and earn it the real way. Go suck a dick and earn it. Matter of fact, go suck Tariq's dick and earn your money, bitch. You fucking hoe. You want to sit there and you want to talk to fucking Tariq Trotter about getting rid of me? Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, bitch. Rebecca told me everything. Rebecca told me everything, dum-dum. He has an internship with a hot company on YouTube. He has a brand new car, and guess what? You done none of that for him. So you go back to Tariq Trotter, and you go suck his dick. Fuck you, bitch. Hang up with that hoe. He don't give no fuck about you. You call him to tell him all this good news, and all he can tell you is that you owe him money. Fuck you, bitch. You a fucking hoe. Matter of fact, why don't you go back and let your mom keep playing with his dick like she used to when you was a baby? You fucking freak. You fucking freak. You a hating ass freak. Oh, by the way, Sam, guess what? I just recorded that whole fucking conversation. Welcome to the circus, bitch. Welcome to the circus, bitch. Get me arrested. Get me arrested. Go back to trying to keep getting me arrested. Welcome to the circus. Everybody gonna hear you, bitch.
So now that Jaguar have Sam, I think everything that she's buying now, she's throwing it in Sam Sr.'s face. That's what it looks like to me. And I don't know what she's telling her son, but she's comparing. Oh, see what I did for you? See what I did for him? Did you do that? Did you buy him a car? He has an internship with a big production company. Did you do that for him? That kind of thing. And that is so wrong, because this young man have been away from Jaguar, being raised by her. And now he's getting to see the true side of his mother, how petty she is and how divisive she really is. You should not want your son to be at odds with his own father. You should want a unity. But now we understand why Sam Sr. have not really spoken to Jaguar in all these years, because she is so vindictive and she's got such a dark heart. Her heart is not good. Instead of thanking Sam Sr. for taking care of his son for all these years and his mother, Sam Jr.'s grandmother, instead of thanking them, she wants to wage war on them. So Sam Sr. was telling Jr. that, I could have taken your mother to court all these years, for what, 2 years or so she haven't paid any child support, and I could have taken her to court for it, but I haven't. He further explained to Sam Jr. that it was court order that Jaguar paid for the last 2 years, from the age of 16 to 18, that she paid child support, and he was going to use that money for Sam's college fund. And the back child support is in the amount of $16,000. And all he have to do is pick up the phone and call the police department down there in Texas, and she would be arrested. And he was advising his son to secure a job because a young man needs work. Sure, the internship is fine, but the job is important too, because you're a young man, you have to support yourself. And he also said to him, it's important to get an education, but if you're not going to stay in school and get an education, then you need to work. In other words, what he was telling him is, don't depend on your mother for financial support. Even if she had a lot of money, you shouldn't depend on her. You should have your own. That's all he was trying to tell his son. But Jaguar jumped right in the conversation and started to cuss Sam Sr. out. But of course, he did not clap back. Some guys would cuss her right back, but he's not the type of guy, from what I pick up. He's not that type of individual. He has this calm demeanor about him, just like his son. Both of them have the same, I think, the same type of calm demeanor. Now, all this man was trying to do was to advise his son, because his son called him to tell him the good news about his internship, and then he was going to advise him. That's what he was about to do before Jaguar walked through the door. And, it was sound advice. Internship is good, but internship does not pay. Get a job while doing the internship. That's all he was telling him. So we got a glimpse that this might be how it's going to go in the future, now that Sam Jr. is living with Jaguar. A lot of times young people think the grass is greener on the other side. How many times we hear kids tell the parent who is raising them, I wish I was with my mom. I wish I was with my dad. Until they get a reality check and they go live with that person and they see it's not a bed of roses. And Sam is about to find that out with Jaguar when she is in that car on the road, sleeping in the car, sleeping in hotels, in and out, helter-skelter lifestyle, and always saying somebody's after her. At least if Sam gets a job, push come to shove, he may get his own apartment away from his mom because he is an adult now. So I think the dad advising him that he should get work was kind of really telling him, don't depend on your mom, because her lifestyle may not be what you want. Get a job, secure a job, so if push comes to shove, you can secure a place of your own. He didn't say those words, but I'm thinking maybe that's what he was thinking. But I was really kind of surprised how she blew up at him. After not talking to him for so many years, you would think she would be more cordial. But it didn't take her long to cuss him out, and then then she started to cuss the woman in his life out because she kept saying, oh, she told me this, she told me that. Now we get to see how she makes stories up. So half the stuff that she's saying about these celebrities are not true, because just as easily as she told that lie on Sam Sr.'s woman, the woman in his life. I don't know if he's married to the woman, but she said, oh, she told me this, she told me that. Now, What kind of conversation would this woman have with Jaguar? And she and the father do not even speak. So she was telling a lie. And just as easily as she can lie on this woman, we know definitely she's lying on a lot of these celebrities. Now, her cousin did an interview. I'm going to do a video separate about the cousin's interview. And the cousin basically said that since he is in the music business or was in the music business, and he knows a lot of celebrities, he said half the stories that he's been telling Jaguar, she gets on her interviews when she's doing interviews with real life productions and all those companies, real life stars and all of those, um, King Payne show and Sean Vive show. He said that a lot of those stories that she's been telling are lies. She makes them up. And those are the stories that he's been telling her. And she twisted in a way to make it look like if she was there. Because for a long time I was saying to myself, boy, she's been to a lot of Hollywood parties. I guess she was the it girl. No, she haven't been to half of those parties she talks about. She just interjects herself. It's almost like a personality disorder where someone tells her a story about a person's life and then she puts herself in that story as if she was there. This is what the cousin was saying, and he said he calls her almost every day. So they are close. And if he can say that about her, can you imagine? So now we know she makes these stories up. So now we get a clear sense of what's been going on with all this storytelling. Jaguar Wright has some type of disorder. I don't know what type because I'm not a clinician to diagnose her, but this definitely is a disorder. So now that Sam is with her, let's see if she's going to manage her medication regimen better. Because a lot of times when you don't have responsibility, you don't care what you do. But when your child is with you, it's a different story. Because now Sam is watching her every move, what she's doing. Because maybe he was so sheltered he didn't get to see all of this behavior. So this is going to be interesting. This next episode of the Jaguar Wright and her son coming to live with her. YouTubers, drop your comments. I'm over and out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my videos and to this channel. Thank you for watching.